Welcome to Comedians Over the Board. It is Tanmay Bhat playing with the white pieces against Anirban Dasgupta. Both the players put on their headphones. Time control is 10 minutes plus 2 seconds increment. The arbiter starts the clock there and off we go. E4 by Tanmay Bhat. D5, the Scandinavian played by Anirban. He loves to play such tricky openings and he goes knight f6. This is a gambit. Now white can protect his pawn with c4, but then black can gambit it with c6. Will Tanmay do that? No, he goes knight to c3, defending his pawn with the knight. Anirban takes it, knight takes d5. It's always interesting to see these stand-up comedians who love chess so much play over the board, because the way they capture the pieces is very interesting. Look at that, Tanmay. Ooh, he takes it like a pro. Takes on d5, queen takes d5. Now the queen is very well positioned in the center, but a very nice move by Tanmay, opening up his bishops here. This looks very nice. Okay, what does Anirban do now? Because he needs to start developing his pieces. It's said that you mustn't bring your queen out in the center, but right now the queen and the knight are attacking the d4 pawn. Bishop e3, what a solid move by Tanmay Bhat. A very nice move, defending the pawn in the center. Bishop comes out to f5 by Anirban. Another very nice move, developing a piece, preparing long castling on the board. Tanmay now develops a piece as well. Guys, are we witnessing amateur chess or this is some high level chess? Fantastic play by both these players. But now Anirban makes a small inaccuracy. He moves the same piece twice in order to pin the knight, and Tanmay instantly goes bishop e2, breaking the pin. Really well played opening by white until now. Anirban, true to himself, long castles, and Tanmay short castles very quickly. The position is clearly advantageous to white because he can start pushing his pawns in the center. How does Anirban stop that? What does he do? He goes king b8. He puts his king in the corner and c4 by Tanmay Bhat. What a strong move. Now the queen has to move from the center. But if it moves away, the pawn will push to d5. It goes back. And will Tanmay find this move d5? Not so easy. Not so easy. He can do some other things as well, but he pushes. What an amazing bit of chess. Queen e8 played by Anirban. Now his idea is if you take the knight, he'll take the queen. So tricky chess there. Tricky chess. Will Tanmay fall for this trick? Is it going to happen? And then he wants to take the knight, but then he stops in his tracks and he moves the queen. Wow, he dodged a bullet there. He moves his queen. Fantastic bit of play there. And now Anirban takes the knight on f3. And Tanmay just recaptures it with his bishop and tells Anirban, look, your problem still exists. My bishop is looking here. This bishop is looking here. The queen is here. Where do you move your knight? Knight to e5 played by Anirban, attacking the bishop. Now remember, if you let your bishop die, it not only will double your pawns but also weaken your king a bit. So, he plays bishop e2, he removes the bishop from the attack of the knight and also is going to threaten f4 now. Fantastic play by white until now. e6, Anirban hits the center, also wants to develop his bishop. So now that all the pieces are developed, he brings his rook in. Amazing move once again, bringing his rook in the center. Tanmay can of course be mistaken for someone who's playing really amazing chess. Bishop d6 is a developing move, but actually it's a mistake because white can push the pawn to c5 and Tanmay has found that move once again. Fantastic move, hitting the bishop. He adjusts the pawn. Now this bishop opens up. This bishop is also looking here. A tremendous move played here by white. Bishop goes back to e7. What do you do next? He wants to move that bishop. No, bishop a6. Threatening mate in one. You can't take it because it's a pin. Guys, this is high quality chess here. And Anirban, shaking his head, plays b6, hoping that his opponent, who has until now not played his best chess, goes wrong. But Tanmay found another unbelievable move. d6, the idea is if you take, he wants to take on the other side. This king is completely isolated. So Anirban now sacrifices his bishop, and he's just given up that bishop so that his king is safer. Now pawn takes, great move, once again found by Tanmay. If rook takes, then he'll take back with the rook. So he goes knight d7. Now you can take this pawn here. Looks very powerful. And he captures it. D takes c7. You have to take it, otherwise you will lose the rook. So Anirban must capture the pawn, but he's now a piece down and his king is also exposed. King takes c7. The fastest way to win now is to give a check and enter with your queen here to threaten mate on the light squares. But it's not an easy way to find, it's not easy to find these mates, mainly because you are not used to such mating patterns. So Tanmay first gives a check with his rook on c1. The king has to move now. He goes king b8. Now a very good idea is bishop f4. Let's say you do this, e5, and then move in with your queen to once again threaten mate here. Tanmay goes very solid, rook c3, and you can also see how well the white player has used his time. 6 minutes on the clock, king a8 played, doubling the rook, threatening to enter here with a check. Until this game, Tanmay had lost 5 games at the event. But this game, the way he's played, one can almost sense that he's played like a champion here. Bishop c5. Now if you take the bishop, it's a mate in one over here. So Anirban realizes it. He's still hoping that Tanmay will go wrong somewhere. But with one powerful move after another, Tanmay is taking away Anirban's hopes from this position. Now queen d7. The only way in which black can hope to win is to give a back rank mate, but even then the bishop will drop back. a4 played. Now yes, you may want to take the bishop because there's no mate. The queen has covered it up. But Anirban goes rook to b8. And he's trying to threaten here and attack the queen. That's his point. He could have taken the bishop, but Tanmay would have still been a piece up. Instead, he's played his rook to b8. Now it's time for the bishop to move back. Very nice move. Bringing the bishop back. And now asking Anirban, what are you planning next? I am threatening to enter on c7 with my rook. Rook d8 played. There are some back rank issues or not. Will Tanmay go h3 and just save it? Rook c7 looks very cool. He goes bishop f4, attacking the rook. I love how Tanmay moves his pieces ever so softly. He's like, I don't want to blunder now. I'm so close to winning. Anirban offers a queen trade. He hopes that an exchange of queens might help him to survive a bit longer. Tanmay takes the queen. Now if rook takes, you will, which he does, you can just take on b8, king b8, rook c8 is a mate. So that's maybe the fastest way to win. 4 minutes for Tanmay, only 1 minute for Anirban. Goes rook c7. That's also a cool move because rooks belong to the 7th heaven. The rook here is attacking all these pawns on the 7th rank. He goes back, rook to d8. How do you now win this position is a question. h3. Tanmay is like, now no longer back rank mate. Anirban goes h6. Rook takes f7 played, picking up one of the pawns. Now that the back rank is sort of saved, king has the flight square, the other rook can enter on c7. He goes rook e8, and there he goes in with his rook, threatening a mate in one, and Anirban Dasgupta resigns. Tanmay Bhat scores a victory. What a fantastic game. by Tanmay, showing high-class chess here. Anirban, who played so well at the start of the tournament, ends it with a loss.
You didn't fall for the backward also.
I was just like, I'm going to be as safe as possible.